Fairy Tale chapter 359, Fairies against the Netherworld. So the chapter begins with Tartaros headquarters, where we see Tempesta, who's regenerating inside one of those water tank things. It seems that whenever he loses one of his lives, he would always forget his name. Why? Because he says that name no longer have any meaning to him, because he would always forget it every time he gets a new body. Now, how long is it gonna take for him to fully regenerate? It's going to take him a lot longer than a day, because Kyouka said to him that they're also creating another entity, another demon. And that demon happens to be Minerva. And she's buck-ass naked inside the water tank with tendril-like objects attached to her body. And why she's naked in order to become a demon, I don't know. I guess this is one of Hiromashima's excuses for fan service in this chapter. We gotta have at least like one fan service moment in every chapter. So whatever Kyouka did to her when she went back to Sakibasai's headquarters, apparently it seems that she was capable of becoming a demon, which means that she would get a big power up. But the way things are gonna go, I'm calling it right now, if let's say either Sting or Erza faces off against Minerva, who has now become a demon, and somehow Erza or Sting, whoever, is gonna talk her into joining the good side. Maybe trying to find the goodness within her heart and make sure she doesn't fall into the darkness, so that we're supposed to feel sorry for her even though she's a cold-hearted, sadistic, manipulative bitch. Yeah, I don't like her. Doriarte was also transformed into a demon by Tartaros as well. However, it was deemed a failure according to Flanmars. I guess that explains why he was eaten by the giant bird thing, but who the hell cares with this guy, because he's dead now. Apparently Flanmars is kind of like Kakuzu because he's interested in money. Yeah, remember Kakuzu and how he was resurrected in the battle? And then he was defeated off screen? Yeah, that was incredibly disappointing. According to him, it's costing them a lot to turn her into a demon, and hopefully Minerva's results wouldn't be as bad as Doriarte's, and it was also costing them a lot to resurrect Tempesta. However, Tempesta said that he didn't have to do this if Fairy Tail did not interfere. Now, Minerva apparently heard this. Apparently she's still conscious, apparently, because when she heard the word Fairy Tail, she was incredibly pissed off. She opened her eyes are completely wide, and yeah, we know that she hates Fairy Tail, especially what they did to her in the Grand Magic Games, so I guess her getting those powers will be totally good for her as long as she gets to take down Fairy Tail, which I highly doubt that will ever happen. Meanwhile, back with Fairy Tail headquarters, Natsu is being Natsu. She wants to go off and try to kick Tartaros' asses. However, he has no idea where to look for them, since there have been no evidence of where the location of their headquarters are. So Natsu figured, I'm gonna beat the living crap out of every single dark guild until they spill their location. And one of the members say, okay, well, where are these other dark guilds? And Natsu's like, okay, I don't know, but I'm still gonna beat the crap out of them anyway. Our main protagonist, everybody. There are some actually sensible, smart members, and they decided to figure the only way they could try to fight against Tartaros is to go to find the former members of the council, because Tartaros is targeting former council members and the current ones. So the question is, where are the former council members? Well, they don't know because the information was classified in order to protect them. However, thanks to plot convenience, Loki knows where they are. How does he know? Well, let's just say he has a way with the ladies. No, I'm not kidding. That is how he knows about this information. According to Loki, there are 4 former council members, and Fairy Tail is going to split up to each member to protect them from Tartaros. And also with Paryushka, she asked them to bring a sample of Tempesta's blood so that she would be able to make a vaccine to heal the Raijin Shun, Luxus, and everybody else. Before they left, we get to see a moment with Elfman, who was watching over Evergreen, since, you know, they've been developing a relationship. And we also get a moment between Mary Jane and Luxus. Mary Jane was actually acknowledging Luxus since he's starting to take the well-being of his comrades to heart. So wait, now she realizes that Loxus is now cared about his comrades. Because I'm pretty sure he does ever since he came back to fight Hades. Is it only now that Mira Jane acknowledges this? Because I know he did cause the fairy tale battle royale, but he was working hard to redeem himself, and he did with Hades and the Grand Magic Games and fighting dragons. Makarov then decides to give everybody a speech that goes on for 2 pages. 2 pages and a 2-page spread. Our enemy is Tartaros. They're a corner of the Balam Alliance, just like the Eurasian says in Grimoire Hearts. We have destroyed both of the latter. Without any help, by the way. Okay, I gotta stop right there because I know Makarov is trying to spur them on in case they're fighting against Tartaros, but Tartaros is from the Book of Zareth, so they cannot underestimate them. But this is fairy tale, I know, but still, this is Tartaros we're talking about here. And also, the fact that he's saying that they're the ones that destroyed both Eurasian Says and Grimoire Hearts. Okay, yeah, Grimoire Hearts, fine, sure. And with the Eurasian Says, they had help by Lamia Scale, Blue Pegasus, and Kate Shelter. Oh, not technically Kate Shelter, but Wendy. Leon was the one that took down Racer. Hibiki was the one that gave Lucy Uranometria so that she could use it against Angel and beat her. Fairy Tail couldn't have taken down Eurasian Says so easily without the help of 2 other guilds and Jalal and Wendy. I'm just saying, I know Fairy Tail is strong, but there are other guilds out there that help them. We shall do the same to Tartaros. Let them rue the day that they made us their enemy. Our comrades were mortally wounded. Who cares about the 100 casualties that happened in that town that's under quarantine? Our comrades are more important because they hurt them and they're gonna pay. I know they hurt Luxus and the Raijinshu, but what about the Magic Council members? What about the over 100 casualties that happened in the town that's under quarantine because of the poison mist thing? Maybe they do care, but can you at least mention about the innocent lives that they might have hurt as well? Not just Fairy Tail, but the village, the Magic Council members. I'm just saying, you can mention that. Their pain amounts to our own. The blood they bleed is our own. This pain, this suffering will fuel our fighting spirits to take down our enemies. We are not justice. We move by our own wills. We will put all our bonds and pride on the line and eliminate all our family's enemies. I'll admit Makarov's speech was okay, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen other speeches that are a lot better, like Delio's from 300, the movie Braveheart, Aragorn from Lord of the Rings from Return of the King. Oh, Tyrion's speech in season 2 of Game of Thrones, the Major's speech in Hellsing Ultimate. Granted, he was a villain, but that speech was freaking badass. Even though he was a villain, he's just a badass, I'm just saying. And I'm pretty sure there are other speeches that are a lot better than Makarov's, but Makarov's speech is okay, I'm just saying. Minus the fan art, I'm on like page 20 right now, and it's only on page 20 where they finally get to one of the former council members. And that person is Mikaro. Okay, the people who are going to protect him are Natsu, Lucy, Wendy, Happy, and Jarl. Well, okay. Natsu, Wendy, yeah, they're strong. They can come in handy. Lucy, on the other hand, if she loses her keys, she's basically screwed, so yeah. Mikuro finds this a complete bothersome. Why does he look like a cat, by the way? I don't get that. But we see another character named Michelia. There was a panel where Wendy was like blushing and all wide-eyed, and apparently she thought this person was with Loki-san, so yeah, that was basically how Loki knew about the locations of the former council members. But did Michelle tell him where every single member lived? I don't know. They asked if Mikaro knew anything, like why was he being targeted. He wasn't sure because there are many possible reasons, but then he realized, wait, is it fast? And we don't know what he was gonna say. It was fast something. But before he could even finish the sentence, Natsu interrupts him and grabs everybody and pulls them down to the ground because he smells something. Apparently he smelled an explosion because that's what happened to Mikaro's house. But don't worry, everybody is okay because Natsu ate the explosion. No, he ate the fire of the explosion. That's how everybody survived. You thinking Tartaros explosions? Yeah, it is Jackal. He was sent to kill Mikaro, and the chapter ends with him and Natsu staring down looking like they are going to fight. So yeah, that is Fairy Tail chapter 359. What did I think? It was an okay chapter. I'm not surprised that Minerva was survived and now she's gonna get also a power-up. Fairy Tail now has a plan. At first I thought the fact that Loki knew the location was like a convenient plot device, but then it turns out he knew because he was hooked up with Michelle, who happens to be a former council member's granddaughter. Although, how does it explain the other three? Maybe she told him, or he probably hooked up with other relatives of the former council members. I'm not sure. The Natsu moment, really, I mean, I know most shonen characters usually go through this, especially most shonen anime manga that I read and watch, but the thing is, out of all of them, they at least go through character development. Natsu barely gets into character development. I don't hate Natsu, not that much, but I can't say that I like him a lot as a main character. It's just that he doesn't go through a lot of character development if you think about it. I mean, out of all the characters, like Lucy, Erza, Gray, they go through character development moments. Natsu only had like one moment, and that was with his loss to Guildarts. And speaking of Guildarts, when the hell is he gonna show up and help? Makarov's speech I thought was okay. The thing is, I hated the fact that it was always about Fairy Tail with these guys. I know Fairy Tails were the ones that fought Raisyon Says and Grimoire Hearts, especially Grimoire Hearts. Yeah, I'll let that slide. But with the Raisyon Says, they had help with Wendy, Jalal, Lamia Scale, freaking Blue Pegasus. They had help. I mean, I'm pretty sure if they're the only ones there with that group, they wouldn't be able to beat them. And I hated the fact that Makarov didn't even mention of the innocent lives that were probably killed because of Jackal and Tempesta. He only mentioned the fact that they hurt their comrades, which is why they have to go off and fight. I mean, what about the other casualties? Don't their lives matter as well? It's not just Fairy Tail, you know, I'm just saying. But aside from that, I thought the chapter was okay. I want at least Jackal to at least pull off something really cool. He's fighting the main character, so obviously he's either gonna lose, or hopefully he'll retreat and escape, or maybe he'll probably kill the council member and then retreat, or something. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, but this is Tartaros, so yeah, I hopefully this fight will at least go pretty well. If Natsu wins, fine, but hopefully it's not like going to be a one-hit KO or knock him a power-up. That's all I'm hoping for, at least. Now, next week's chapter is going to be called The White Inheritance. So I'm not sure what that's going to mean. The first thing that popped into my head when I read that, I think it's going to be Sting. Now, I heard that apparently Sting is now the new guild master because apparently the old one, I just learned that the old one was still alive and he left, God knows where. I just do not see Sting as guildmaster material because of what happened before. Yeah, he's a third generation dragon slayer, but I haven't seen anything that would make him a great leader. He's strong, but does he have the brains and the leadership skills to become a good guildmaster? I'm not sure. So maybe next week will be Sting, but most likely next week will be the Natsu versus Jackal fights. So yeah, that is Fairy Tail chapter 359. Tell me guys, what do you think about this chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you hoping that this fight won't end pretty badly? So let me know in the comment section down below, or I guess on Google Plus, because fucking Google Plus altered the comment section. It's bullshit. By the way, like the video if you like it, and subscribe for more videos. Also be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and Google Plus. Yeah, that is Fairy Tail chapter 359. It was an okay chapter. I'm gonna respond to 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.